What's up, everybody? My name is Kenneth, and I am a foreigner living in the Philippines, here today to react and learn to why this American chose to live in the Philippines. This video looked very interesting to me. I found this myself on YouTube, and the reason I wanted to watch it with you guys is because I see a lot of Americans moving to the Philippines. I've met a few Americans here also, actually, and there's no doubt about it. There's a lot of them. And so I actually wanted to learn like why are so many Americans coming here, because I really don't know. I don't know why it is especially Americans here. So I think this video would be interesting to watch, and that's why I want to watch it with you guys. So let's, without further ado, let's just start watching this video. Let's go.
When there's a traffic problem, people are friendly.
Yeah.
In America, they would say bad words to each other and fight. The two motorcycles come together like that at the intersection, and you both smile and go on. America would not be like that.
Meet Calvin.
Okay, so I'm guessing like one of his points for moving will be like people are nicer. They kind of treat each other better than versus in the United States. I've seen a lot of like road rage videos in the US. So I can believe that actually. I've never been to the US, but there's a lot of YouTube videos about the road rage and crashes and people freaking out in traffic. So I can believe that. All right, let's see.
An American who moved to the Philippines 8 years ago to live the
8 years,
happiest chapter
wow.
of his life. He shares with me why family is so important in the Philippines, how it feels to be the father of 2-year-old toddler at 71, and what the biggest
Wow.
misconceptions Americans have about
Having
the
a child at that age? Wow. That must be difficult.
Philippines. I'm Max, let's go for it.
There's not ageism. Actually, ageism is the other way.
Yeah.
But I think maybe thanks to Hollywood or whatever, you're like more important when you're young and handsome and less important when you
Oh.
get old and wrinkly. Here, it's the opposite way. The
Wow.
older
I didn't know that. Is that true, guys? Yeah, it's like that in Norway also, the way he's describing the US. In Norway, where I'm from, it's also like that. Like you have most worth when you're young, and the older you get, the kind of more irrelevant you become almost. I definitely say that's how Norway is also. But in the Philippines, the older you get more respect. You're like a higher value member of society. That is very interesting.
you get, the more respect you get, and the more status you get. And so we have the opposite of ageism that we have in other cultures. And it's very family-centered country. I mean, it's really family-centered. There's ultrasound centers, maternity ultrasound centers on every corner. It's free
Wow.
health care and vaccines for the children. They
Wow.
really take care of families.
I
And
didn't
they have
know.
a growing
I didn't know the
population.
Philippines
the best
has
thing
free
for you?
healthcare. Sorry, I'm gonna pause this. I didn't know there was free healthcare in the Philippines. I didn't think there wasn't. I just never knew about that. That's very good. I know the US famously doesn't have that, so I could understand why Americans specifically would come to the Philippines for that alone. Because healthcare can be a big thing in the US where you pay so much money for it. So if it's free in the Philippines and it's easy for Americans to move to the Philippines, then I would understand why a lot of people would do it almost just for that alone. Then you have all the other bonuses on top of that. But yeah, I've definitely noticed how family-centric the Philippines is. When you walk into like a Jollibee, or you always see families celebrating, or maybe not even celebrating, just eating together. But to me, it looks like a celebration, because the only time you do that in Norway is if it's like a birthday party or something. But here it's like you see that all the time, families together, and it's so beautiful. And during like Father's Day, and I'm guessing Mother's Day also, you see like family-centered advertisements, like a bucket of chicken for dad. I think I saw something like that. Dad's favorites, it'll say. And that's so cool. You don't see that in Norway. I've noticed this also, like how much family is important here in the Philippines. Compared to other countries, it's really nice. Feels like family is really respected and valued here, and I love that about the Philippines. All right, let's continue watching.
About not the Philippines, but about Dumaguete.
The nice thing about Dumaguete, it's a small capital city. You have everything here. Your malls, your movies, cinema.
I was planning to live in Dumaguete for a little bit actually, but then I chose to go to Bohol instead, and I was there for a month. So Tagbilaran is like kind of the same as Dumaguete, I think, in size and stuff. So I know what he's talking about. You kind of have all the benefits from like living in Manila or like a big city, but at the same time you got the nature and stuff. So I really like that also. I could definitely see myself living in Dumaguete.
Your immigration offices, you don't have to be, it's self-contained. So if you want your camera fixed or you want all the services that you might need, and we expect, being from first world country, we expect to have all the services we want. So it's complete with only being maybe 125,000. It is crowded and it's 360 years.
125,000. I think that's the same as Tagbilaran. Very close. I think Tagbilaran was like 110. So maybe this is a little bit bigger, but yeah, basically the same. So I kind of can relate to what he's experiencing here.
Old, and the layout of the streets is, there was no planning. There was no planning for
Oh, really?
buses and trucks, and it's laid out completely wrong. However, when there's a traffic problem, people are friendly.
Yeah.
In America, they would say bad words to each other and fight.
Yeah, videos like this are like famous on YouTube. I've seen many videos like this. It's interesting. I wonder why people in the Philippines don't do this then. Like what makes them so like respectful, even when there's like a disagreement in traffic?
Or even shoot at each other. And
Wow.
here they just kind of smile and wave, and the two motorcycles come together like that at the intersection, and you both smile and go on.
Ah, okay. You just kind of brush it off, like you smile. Oh, that was funny. Sorry about that. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, okay. That's nice. That's how you should handle things.
America would not be like that. And I think many countries are not like that because they're
Yeah.
all angry.
I
and
think
in a
in Norway
hurry.
also.
So
In my country, Norway, it would be the same as America. No one would shoot each other, like he said. There's no guns, but people would definitely scream at each other, maybe show the middle finger, something like that. So it's very refreshing, the Filipino way of handling this.
the people are relaxed. Even the dogs are relaxed.
Yeah,
The dog.
yeah. Even the stray dogs, you see them chilling under cars in the shade. It's so true. People are very relaxed there. I see like people sleeping midday, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. They can sleep on a bench, in like a public park. It's not like they're homeless or anything. They're definitely not homeless. Just sleeping, just chilling outside. And you don't really see that type of relaxation in Norway. People are always in a hurry, trying to get somewhere, trying to do something. People take it very slow here, I feel like. Even the dogs.
Don't chase you like they would in America and try to bite you if you're on your bicycle or walking.
Yeah.
And the dogs are kind of maybe they ate
True.
the rowdy dogs. I don't know. So
Yeah, I've never had a stray dog experience here in the Philippines where they like chased me or made me uncomfortable. They just kind of walk past you like they're another human. Like they're very well behaved. That's very true, actually. I haven't thought about that, but that's so true.
the dogs are more friendly and the people are more friendly. Now it's not true in other parts of the Philippines. Like Cebu or Manila.
It's different.
Yeah, different. They're even Bacolod on the other side of the island, it's a different culture, more businesslike, and it's a
Interesting. I haven't been to Cebu, but I was in Manila for a month, and I don't know. I feel like I can't really personally say I noticed the difference. I feel like I was treated the same in Manila as I was in Bohol, Tagbilaran, and that was a good way. It was a good experience. I haven't felt disrespected or anything like that. I think everyone has kind of treated me very well since I got here to the Philippines.
but they speak a different language. They
Yeah.
have a little bit different culture. There's like 180, 160 languages here.
Yeah.
And, when you're in an island, you're not really concerned about the other islands. You have your own culture on your island. And, it's really hard to steal your car because you can't take it off the island.
That's a
Really
good
hard.
point. Yeah, like how would you, where would you even go then? You'd kind of get caught eventually. It's not that big. But Dumaguete, is that an island? I think if it is, it's a really big one. I mean, in the Philippines, everything's an island, right? But I don't think so. Like an island like Bohol is.
Yeah.
So, without a bridge
Yeah.
to the next island, they're not too worried about, the people don't seem to be too worried about the rest of the world or even the
Right.
other
Yeah.
islands. It's just us on our island. We're hanging out. We're going to do karaoke and we're going to eat.
Do you do karaoke?
Yeah, that's a good description. Just us on our island doing karaoke.
I've done it with them.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to eat.
Do you do karaoke?
I've done it with them.
Yeah.
And what I noticed is
I have actually not tried karaoke here yet on like an official, like a good microphone, like a karaoke set. I haven't tried that, which is a shame. I've been here many months, and a lot of people enjoyed my last karaoke video. So if you guys would like to see in the future, maybe if you hit like 10,000 subscribers, I'll do a karaoke live stream with Filipinos, and we'll sing karaoke on stream, and you guys can tell me what song I should sing. If you guys want to see that, then subscribe, okay? At 10,000 subs, we can do that.
in America, I have a bad voice. I would feel very self-conscious because
Right, yeah.
people criticize you in America. But here, it's not part of the culture.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what scares me also, because I'm not good at singing. And it's the same in Norway. If you're not good at singing in Norway and you sing, you'll probably get laughed at, right? You'll be criticized or laughed at. But everyone keeps telling me in the Philippines, it doesn't matter. It's not about you're good or not. It's just a thing everyone does together. So nobody really cares if you're good or not. Obviously, if you're good, they'll notice you and stuff. But if you're not good, no one really cares. So that's really refreshing.
all the women think they're pretty because nobody tells them they're not pretty. And when you sing, nobody criticizes you for singing badly.
Yeah.
So you can just sing badly your whole life. And so you don't have to be so self-conscious.
Wow, so you're saying no one criticizes each other basically in the Philippines. Probably someone does it, but on average, like, people don't really do that the same as they do in the United States. Not just about singing, but about looks also. I really like that. That's really nice.
And there doesn't seem to be, oh, here's a really interesting thing about the culture.
Yeah.
You put groups of people together of all different ages, including the teenagers. In America, the teenagers have an attitude, and they separate themselves from the younger
True.
kids or the adults, and they're really difficult. They go through a difficult time. But here, it doesn't matter how old the people are when you go out. So they can be 60 or 80 or 6 or 1 or 13, and they all just get along, and you all get in the car, and there's not a pecking order. You know, the chickens, they peck at each other if you're low. They don't play those games here.
Interesting. In Norway, it's definitely the same as he's describing. Teenagers will hang out with teenagers. They're not going to want to hang out with younger than them or older. They'll talk to like an older person, be polite, but they're not going to want to go out drinking with them or hang out with them or watch a movie even. So this is very interesting. That's something uniquely Filipino, I think.
So it's very, very different than America.
It feels like there are big families, like big groups of like friends, the community, the feel of community, and they kind of support each other. It's the thing here.
It's very, this place is more, since there's corruption and since they've had to survive, they really take care of their family.
Yeah.
And they're really, volunteerism and community awareness is just starting to grow now. They're really not community oriented that much. There is a move for that, and volunteerism is not part of society. So they do have your on-the-job training, but if you're in America, you go to a website and everybody can volunteer somewhere and do something rather than sit around playing video games. So we have a deficit there that we don't have that part integrated. And of course, we got the pollution problem, plastic problem, that's really serious. We don't have any pollution because of industry, because there's not much here, but we do have the one-use plastics. And if you don't pay for the truck, you have to pay a little ticket for the truck to stop. If you don't have money to pay the truck to stop, they don't stop.
So you have to pay for garbage collection, and if you don't pay them, they're not going to take your trash. And that's why there's, like he's saying, there's a lot of single-use plastics out and about here in the Philippines. So that's an issue here, and there's no volunteerism. Like people don't come together and pick up the trash for free and clean things up. I'm guessing that's what he's meaning. If someone could clarify, that would be nice.
Basically, you need to take care of each other. If there is no like system working, there is some corruption level, and then you don't have much money, so you need to stick together.
Yeah, right.
Help
You
each
see, your
other out.
family is important, and your children take care of you when you're older. It's kind of like India. So the
Yeah.
idea is
Okay.
your children are your social security because you can't rely
That's
on
nice.
anybody else. I have 2 children.
So there's no like retirement system, so your children have to take care of you. If you don't have children, what happens then if you have no children? Maybe that's very rare in the Philippines, and probably not good. You probably left on your own then, right?
Is 45 years old, and one is 2 years old. It's really
Wow.
Do they know each other?
No.
No.
My daughter doesn't want me to have a second family.
If I may ask, how old are you?
71.
So, how is it to have a...
So he has a 45-year-old daughter who doesn't know about or hasn't met his youngest child. That's interesting.
like a 1-year-old baby when you're 71, 2-year-old.
Oh, there's no time for dementia and Alzheimer's. You got to stay up, you know, you got to be sharp because kids, every day there's new rules.
Yeah.
You know, they learn, they push the limits, you know, they try this, they try that, they climb on things. So you got to stay sharp.
All right.
So it definitely
Maybe that's a
keeps you
hidden
young.
benefit to have children very late. You get to kind of avoid those diseases.
That's right. There's no time for getting old.
That's
In
nice.
fact, the younger your wife and the children at home, you live the longest
Yeah,
on the average.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. That's the thing.
Because there's no time for just sitting around being depressed.
Yeah.
That's not
No,
right.
exactly, yeah.
No, that makes sense actually. If you have to take care of someone, then you kind of, hey, you just can't afford to get old, and maybe you just don't then. Maybe this guy's figured it out.
You enjoying your life more.
Yeah, super happy.
How's the healthcare system here? Have you experienced it?
I'm really interested about this. I was gonna ask people or maybe watch a video about this because I don't know how that works here. In Norway, we have a pretty good one. In the US, I know there's basically nothing. So I wonder how it is in the Philippines.
Good, actually. Every neighborhood, it's called barangay, has a health center, which is free, and they give you basic
Wow.
health care. They knock on our door twice. They say, oh, we've got the vitamin A for your child. Oh, the vaccine for this is here now. They come and remind you, and then you go to the local health care. Now there's
Wow.
4 or 5 hospitals. Two of them are brand new. Some people said, you know, for a serious problem, you should go to Manila or Cebu or go overseas
That makes sense.
for some sort of specialist. But
Yeah.
for my regular health care, I'm completely happy.
Hey guys, just a quick announcement.
Interesting. That's good. So you get the basics. If you need something like severe, like surgery or whatever, you can go to Manila. It's the same in Norway. If you're in a small town, you have the necessities. But if you need like a rare surgery or something that requires like a specialist or a well-trained doctor, well, then you have to go to the capital most likely, or the nearest like big city, basically. So that sounds like the same as Norway. That's really good. And it's free, which is really impressive.
Don't skip. I'll be running a 3-day workshop called Fast Track to
Home, or you still kind of... Do you feel home here? Like, do you
Yeah.
feel like perfectly like home? Or you still kind of feel that, no, I'm a foreigner in this country?
No, I feel like I'm home because
You-
it reminds me of when I was a kid, and
Yeah.
you can play with the children and talk to everybody, and
Yeah.
you know it's more friendly. But it's like when I was young, but always summer.
It feels
But
like...
always summer. Yeah, I was just about to say, I wonder how it's holding up in the heat because it's so warm here. And I can imagine if you lived your entire life in the US in like a colder climate, more temperate climate, then moving to the Philippines at this age must be a shock, right? I don't know, like, would you even adapt? Like, wouldn't you get sunburned? And because you just spent so many years in that colder place, right? I feel like it might be easier for a younger person to adapt than someone who's lived so many years in the cold. I don't know.
more on you, all like the rules and how you behave. It's more on you, not on the government, or not on the some departments who create rules. It's
Right.
like you human being, so you kind of, it's on you how you behave and how you deal with the surroundings.
right? Compared to some developed countries, let's say.
Yeah, they have, if you have a problem, every neighborhood, which is called a barangay, has a captain.
Okay.
And
Really?
you take the
I didn't know that. Every barangay is a captain. It's like the mayor, basically, but it's for a neighborhood. So there's a lot of these captains just within a city. Huh.
problem to that captain, and he does mediation for at least 3 times to solve the problem that you have with your neighbor or whatever the problem is. In America, they want to go to court
Right.
and get money.
Right.
And the attorneys get $250, $350 an hour. Here, the system is set up. You have to try to mediate your problem at least 3 times before he'll give you a certificate to go to court. The attorneys
Wow. So you actually have to try to find a peaceful solution. That's very interesting.
don't control the system like they do in America.
Yeah.
And is the system set up for the people in America? No, it's set up for the attorneys because they're the royalty now. So we left Europe, and we left royalty behind, but we've created our own royalty, the politicians and the attorneys.
Did you have any culture
That makes sense. I like that also. 'Cause you can't like abuse it just to try and earn money, basically. You have to try and find a peaceful solution first. And every barangay is a captain. I didn't know that. That's really interesting. I wonder if they're called captain or do they have another title? He just calls them captain. I wonder what the official title of this person is. Alright guys, this video is a little bit long, so I'm actually going to cut this into 2 parts, just so I don't end up making like a 45-minute long video. I hope you understand. So this will be the end of part 1, and I'll continue watching this later. If you have any videos you want me to react to, then please let me know in the comments, and I'll check it out, and if I end up reacting to it, I'll give you credit. And as always, if you like this video and you want more, then you should subscribe, because I make daily videos of me reacting to the Philippines, just like this one. So yeah, like and subscribe if you're into that kind of stuff. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Alright, bye bye.